So I'm just speaking this dream I had real quick. I told you God is gonna come to me. Like if God don't come to me, like if I go to sleep and I don't see nothing, my heart start racing. I be like, what happened to God? Like for real, like literally, like He's going to come to me every time I lay down. This is not gonna change. And so, I did the video earlier today, and I was just giving my take on, just to me, Rihanna and her pulling millions of souls away from God, but everybody just be like, oh, they tried to shoot at her, and she got millions of souls destined to hell. Like it's many of souls that's going to hell because of her, and the community, the church is just like, oh, like y'all ain't even looking at the fact that this person that pulled millions of people through looks, through vanity, through music. Just Satan just used this person all kind of ways to do his will to pull so many people away from God. Like the church don't see this. All they see is, ooh, this person. Satan come to collect from a lot of people. And a lot of people, as soon as they sign their contract, he ain't gonna even let them get their foot in the door. As soon as their contract come, they gonna be like, boop. He taking them right then. He ain't gonna even give them a chance to even figure it out and try to come out of it. Like he's not gonna give some people a chance. Like as soon as they jump in with the contract, he probably bless them overnight. Then down the line, it ain't gonna even be that long. He coming for them, cause a lot of people they catching on, so they trying to get what they can and get out of it. He ain't gonna give people the chance to get out of it. Like he's going to comfort them before they even get out of it. And what he's going to do, he's a legalist. He's going to go before God in the courts of heaven with the contract that this person that signed. So if this person that signed a contract, God can't go against himself. God can't go against his word in his process. So you got to bind the contract with Satan. Satan going before the courts of heaven with this contract that you got with him. And he's going before God like, look, this is mine. Jesus will step in and say, no, you can't have this. That ain't for everybody. I'm going to tell you that now. Very few people, when you in that type of contract, Jesus would step in and say, no, this is mine. You can't have this one. But Satan, he go back and forth with God in heaven about this is mine. I want this one right here. This is our contract right here. Whatever contract you got, for whatever you want, he going straight to God at that point. And God can't go against himself. God can't go against his word. So when you got a contract, God and the spiritual is looking at these contracts, seeing what kind of contract you got, like what kind of rights he really got to you in this process. And like I said, Jesus will step in and intervene on some of these contracts. People, they give their testimony all the time about how Jesus kind of broke the contract. So Jesus will do this, but Jesus not doing this for everybody. So I spoke on that a little bit. I spoke on the music, how it replay in your mind. If you got a song, it play non-stop. Even if you enjoy the song, it's torment. You should not be listening to a song in the radio not on. A song should not be playing in your subconscious. Satan, he play mind games. So for one, you shouldn't even have this music playing in that place. Like, that should be a quiet place. That place should not be filled with all this music playing and you ain't even thought about the song. And it just pop up like that. So I spoke on that. I spoke on a lot of other little stuff in my other videos. So when I did that, I went on laid down. So when I laid down, I have a dream. In the dream, I seen that preacher dude, the prophet dude. The prophet dude, I think his name Brandon Biggs. I had dreamed about him. So I dreamed he the one that had like predicted Trump's first assassination attempt. Like he the one that went public with it. And a lot of times I share his videos, like his prophecies and stuff. And so I share it on my page. And so I go to sleep, I see him in the dream. So first thing I see in the dream was like, it was like this female. Cause in the dream, it like I was sitting by this dude, but the dude was so tall, like he had to be an angel by his size. Like it's no way. The height. It be little on me. And he aimed to be huge. Yeah, some like basketball players or bigger. And so I was sitting beside this dude in a dream, and so it seemed like this female, I say female demon, a demon in female form, saying like this person was just agitated. Like this person was so mad, you could say this person might well have been foaming at the mouth. Like just me interacting with this angel or this guy had this female who I don't even know just foaming at the mouth. You might well say, like this person was like pure, like I don't know, like pure evil. You can't explain this type of evil. Pure evil. Like, but for what? Like you on the sideline somewhere, like what you doing? And so while me and the angel dude chopping it up, this girl is sitting right in front of us, and she just seemed to be like, I don't know, just seemed like she was convulsing, because demons, they real disgusting. Like, they are extremely disgusting. So yeah, so I ain't gonna even get no detail of what was going on, but they're very disgusting. And so this person is just right across from us at this point, and I'm looking like, I really didn't care. But like when these spirits, they just got a natural hate. Like, it's nothing you could do. Like, you can just be minding your business, and these people is naturally gonna hate. These spirits is naturally just gonna hate you just because you in the image of your father. Just because God decided to pick you, these people just gonna have a hate for you. They just gonna hate you. It remind me of God picking the Jews, and people just hate Jews. Like, they just hate him. But God handpicked them. And the same way other like races hate Jews, or feel like, no, this ain't what it was, even though the Bible telling you God handpicked these people out of all people on earth. God said, this one group is my people. You can do what you want with the rest, but this one, this belong to me. The Bible speak on it. People try to, downplay what it is, but that's what it is, and that's what God said. And so when you look at that on just human races, God said the Jews is who he chose. And so when you look at all creation, which include angels, demons, everything, God said humans is who he chose. So it seems like it's a kind of symbolism with some of the, like, some of the attacks that Jews go through, and then when you deal with us as humans going against like demons and Nephilim and his other creations, these same types of attacks kind of happen. It's kind of like a symbolism. It's like God picked the Jews as far as like human race, and then God picked humans as far as all creation. He was like, we're gonna make them in our image. And I think it's just something that, it's just a hate that come with it. Like, it's nothing you can do with it. Like, it's just a hate. Like, it's nothing you can do. So that's what I was getting out of it. And so in the dream, so it made me think of like these women out here, these people who gonna be like in like these kingdom relationships, like kingdom marriages and stuff. A lot of women is just gonna have a hate for these women. Like, jealousy and envy is going to consume these type of women. Like, these women who walking around miserable, they're gonna be consumed. They just gonna have a hate come on them when they see a happy couple. When they see you happy and at peace, like, it's just gonna do something to them on the inside. Like, it's just gonna disrupt them. Like, it's just gonna set them off. Your happiness is gonna set them off. Like, they do not want you to be with your kingdom spouse. It's like, it's just when you in relationship like these women, because I seen women. This was a female. So this it's gonna be female that it's just gonna do something to them for them to see you with somebody, and not just with anybody, with like a God appointed person, like with a real good person. Like, it's just gonna do something to people. Like, people gonna see you out in public, women gonna see you out in public, and just have a hate for you because of who you with, the man that you with. It's just gonna create this hate, and this person don't even know you or that man from day from night. They just hate to see y'all together. They just have a hate for you specifically, the other woman. Even though you ain't got nothing to do with what's going on with the relationship. So I'm getting it out of it a little bit. Like, people, the female, they just gonna, like, this anger, this hate, this envy, this jealous, they want what you got. All this is just gonna rouse up in them. It's like darkness gonna consume them at this point. And they gonna let it consume them. They're gonna let themselves be filled with this darkness, because they're just like, I don't know. So I'm getting that out of it a little bit. So then the dream so then by this point, I decided to just kind of move myself, because it seemed like I was sitting down. So it seemed like me and him was sitting down, and it's like this person was sitting directly up in front of us, but she was turned our way. So I'm like, let me get up. So by this time I get up. So me and him, we get up together. So then we get up, we see this prophet dude, the dude I'm talking about. So we see him, and then at this point, because the dude who with me had a vision and I had a vision. So by this time when we walk away, we kind of bump into the dude, the prophet dude. And so I was like, you tell him your vision first, I tell him mine second. Because the dude was trying to get me to hear the dream. And so by this time I bumped into the prophet dude, and I was like, tell him your dream, and then I tell him my dream, because I had a dream too. So while we talking to him, you know, it seemed like he was like above us, because it seemed like we were below, and he was like higher than us. Like maybe he was like, I'm not gonna say a stage per se, but whatever he was standing on seemed to be like a little higher, because he had to kind of like bend down to like talk to us, and it seemed like we was just kind of walking. So I don't know where we was at this point, but we was walking, and then he bumped into us, but he kind of had the microphone, and he kind of was like talking to us, chopping it up. And then by this point I seen his son in the dream, and I was just like, ooh, you know, I was just talking about how happy they was and all that in the dream. And then in the dream, one way or another, he kind of opened his home up to us. So he said, y'all could come here. And so in the dream, when he said this, I'm getting my kids, and I'm telling them, I'm like, well, he said we can go here. And so whatever place he was saying, then we were trying to like get ready to go, but we had the animals. So in the dream, we trying to like get our animals together to go to this place. I'm like, well, he said we can come and we can bring our animals to this place. So we were trying to gather up our animals, make sure they all got leashes. Because the thing about the animals, because it was cats and dogs, so in the dream about our cats and dogs was that nobody was fighting. It wasn't, you know, you think you see like all this like aggression toward animals. Like, no. When God step in and God had the animals move a certain way, it's going to be peace on the animal. It's going to be the animal before it was in a fallen state. Before it was in a fallen state, the animals were not aggressive. They were not aggressive. So they became aggressive after the fall. And so it seemed like they kind of was like that. Like all of them was just kind of like letting us get them and stuff like that. We trying to get their leash, make sure they wouldn't just run loose in this process. So we were just kind of gathering our animals. We never really told him how many animals we had, but he was just like, y'all is more than welcome in y'all animals. So I was like, well, let us get our animals. Kind of remind me of Noah when he had to kind of get his animals. God was like, get the animals on board. And so we were just like trying to get the animals so we can kind of get to this place or go wherever this person was. This person was like, yeah, y'all can come here. So we was like that. So what I'm getting out of it is it might be a migration going on. It might be godly people that's going to be opening their homes up, just kind of taking people in, just trying to like just be like a form of support to help through what's finna go on in this process. Like I feel like that. I feel like people going to be like relocating, just having to move for whatever reason. A lot of them, they might be stressing about their animals. Like, okay, I can go, but what about my animal? But this particular person like, yeah, bring your animals too. And be like, okay, let me go get my animals. Let me go get let us go get our dogs and our cats then. That's how I was in the dream. So that's all I had seen dealing with him. But as soon as I laid down, boom, his face popped up. And then, you know, I saw this going on. It was like an issue with the female. Like, it was like, it ain't nothing you could do for some of these people out here. Like, they're full demon mode. You being happy, you walking with God, you being in God's glory is just going to upset people. They're just going to be upset. It ain't your place to sit here and try to compromise and calm down a demon. Like, you should not be entertaining demons. Like, you should not be bowing to a demon. Like, the demon's supposed to bow to you. Like, use your authority, you people out here. That's the first thing. Second thing I'm getting is like, it might be a migration. Because it kind of remind me of Noah and how he was trying to gather all the animals before the storm. So I'm getting it, like gathering your animals before the storm. And God, God cared about the little things. So even with us, and you might think, oh, we gotta leave our animals behind. God was like, no, get them together too. Like, they coming along too. They with y'all. Like, they part of the family too. They go get them. And so that's how it was too in the dream. It wasn't just us, it was our animals too. God was like, go get the animals. Go get y'all animals. They part of it too. And so we end up, you know, just rounding up our animals, stuff like that. So that's all I had seen. It was just a real quick glimpse. And it was just his face, his son's face. They seemed to be real happy in the dream. It seemed like they were just like, just in a good place. Just in a good place in the dream. And in the dream, I was trying to get him to interpret a dream for me. Because I had this dream. And I was like, interpret his dream first, but I think the person who I was with was an angel, because this person was huge. in stature. This person wasn't even my size. Yeah, I be in the dream with these people. These people, I be like little itty bitty compared to these people. The size, like, yeah. So that's what was going on. I'm just posting this just to document this right here. In this process, I still would keep that family in my prayers because I dreamed about them. They faces ran across me. So when people face run across me, sometimes I just like pray for them. So I'm make sure I keep them, just send up prayers for the family, so to speak, in this process. And maybe somewhere down the line, maybe it may get to the point where this person may have to like extend the help. He's going to be in a position where he's going to be extending the help, because in the dream he kind of was extending the help, and he was like, yeah, you welcome, you can come here. Like, I don't know if it's to that point, but it was like he was extending the help some kind of way. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all enjoy y'all day. It don't seem like this extension was for everybody. It don't seem like this was just like open for everybody. But in dream, he was telling me, he was like, yeah, you can come, you can bring your family too and your animals. Like, he was like opening his home up, like, for the, even for the animals in this process. But this type of extension was not accessible to everybody. It was not accessible to everybody. I did a dream way back where God showed me about Texas. And then God showed me that Texas was going to be a safe haven. It's a safe haven already set up in Texas for the Jews. It's already there. And in this place, I was allowed to take my family to this place in Texas. Everybody's not going to be able to go as a place for safety for their loved one. Like, everybody's not going to be able to go. But in the dream, I was able to go to that place too, as a form of safety. I was able to go there. And in this place, this was a place for Jews, but they accepted me. And so, that place that I seen in Texas, a safe haven for Jews, that's not going to be accessible to everybody. Everybody's not going to just be in distress and be like, okay, I'm finna go here. Like, everybody's not going to be accepted. Everybody's not going to be welcome in this place. But it's a safe haven for the Jews. But in the dream, I was allowed to take me and my kids to this place too. And I was received with open arms in this place. Everybody not going to be able to go to this place. And so I saw that there's a safe haven for Jews in Texas. That vision will be a repost. This right here, it kind of felt the same way. It don't seem like it was just accessible to everybody. Like, this type of extension, it don't seem like the masses could just be like, okay, where we go? Like, it wasn't for everybody. Everybody didn't have access to this. So I got that out of it too.